Hey everyone, welcome back to the course. So by now we have learned a lot of styles in CSS with the help of which we can design our websites. Now it's time for some more fun and to do some animations using CSS. So for that, go to Notepad++ editor and then create a new file. Now once you're done, start with the basic structure of an HTML page. So I'm done with the basic structure and I have also added a heading saying my web page. Now it's time for us to create a deviation. So for that, write div and then end the div tag. Now within this div tag, write id equals and then space. Now this will be the total deviation of the web page. Now inside this space, we need to have some stars. So for that, create another deviation and write the class as stars and then close the div tag. Now similarly, add more div tags of class. In class stars, we are going to write the CSS code to add stars. So for that, you need to add numerous stars to your space division. So I have added few columns or divisions of stars. I need to create an external CSS file to link it with this HTML page. Now write link and then href, which stands for hyperlink reference, and then write the name of the CSS file that you are going to make. So I'm going to name it as star.css and write relation equals style sheet. This is for you to understand that it is basically a style sheet. So here we are done. Now save this file. Remember, you need to create a folder and save both the files in the same folder. So for that, create a new file and let me write space as the name of the folder, and then within this folder save this HTML file. So give it a name. I'm going to name it as space.html. Now save this and now create a new file. Now in this file we are going to write our CSS code. So for that, start with the body. So let me start styling the body. Now within this body, write the color, the background color. For us it will be black. So write background and then give the hex code for black, which is #000. Now I have added of the font family as Orbitron. As you can see in the previous video that the text is in the form of a different style. So that is because of Orbitron. So you can give this style or you can give any other style of your choice. So I'm using this style here. Now I'm not writing each and every code line by line because it will be very time taking and boring for you as well. So for that, I'm writing the code as a whole and I'm explaining each and every line why I've written that. So this is h1, which is for our heading, and I've set the position to absolute, and here are the index, that is z index, and then top left, which will give the margin actually from the top, and the left it will align the text in the center basically because we have given 50% from top and left. Now this is the width and this is the color, has 011. You can check it out in your hex codes of colors. Now my font size is 5 em. You can also change it. Now the text align is center again, and text shadow, this is another very special attribute with the help of which you can give shadows to your text. So this is text shadow and these are the colors of the shadow that you can use So you can keep it as it is or you can change it according to the hex code. Now I've written here hash space since our ID was space here for the division. So we have written hash space and the class is stars. So for that I've written dot space. So remember, for ID you need to write hash and for class you need to write dot. Now here are some attributes which are overflow and position, top, bottom. These are basically for aligning. So these are for margins basically, and the position is absolute. And here is another attribute called overflow, and it is set to hidden because there will be numerous stars, and then you have to align it and set it to the same screen at a time. So this attribute will help us to make the 3D effect. Now this is a lot of stuff, so let me explain you one by one. So here dot stars is for the division with the class stars, and then we have set the background image to radial gradient, which is an attribute which you can use to set the gradient of the background. And then these are the RGB, which stands for red, green, blue value, and then you can give the values here. So 00 means it will all be set to black, and then these are for the stars that will be creating, which are of very small pixels. So here are those. Now background repeat, so the stars will be numerous and it will be spreaded throughout the screen, so we need to repeat. And then here is the background size, and then animation tag, and then within animation here is zoom 5 seconds and infinite. So as you can see, the stars are moving and we are zooming into the space, so this will help us to get that effect. Now here comes dot stars and then nth child 1. So as you can see, there are a lot of divisions with the same name as stars. So these are basically the child. So for that I've used this child thing. Now similarly here you can give the background position, how much far they will be. So this child will be very nearer, so it is 50%, and then you can see it's 20% and 60%, and then it goes to negative, that is minus 20% and minus 30%. So this will help us to get the 3D look. So now since we had given 4 divisions, let me check out. Yeah, we had given 4 divisions of stars, so we have used 4 child here. Now this is for the zoom function and its opacity is set to 0, and then the animation timing which is given. So this will basically help to get that view of that we are moving into the space. So this zoom function will basically take care of all those. 0% is for the first view when we haven't yet zoomed, and then 85% when we have zoomed a lot into the space, and then 100%. So this will basically give us the effect of getting into the space and the stars are moving away from us. Now once you're done, save this and remember to save it in the same folder as you had saved your previous file. Now I had saved it in space, I guess. So it's in my desktop. So here is my folder. Now save it. So you have to give the name as star.css. Now save it here. Check it out that it was star.css. Yes. So we are done with our code. Now let us go to space.html and run it from here and see the output. So as you can see, we have created our project successfully. So this background totally gives us the feel of traveling in a space. So it is really cool and you can surely try it out. Go to your Notepad++ editor and write this code and show your friends that what you have learned in CSS. Thank you for watching this video, and stay tuned to the course to learn more.